We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle.
The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle
between the Washington football team
and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Come out throwing here on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Completes it to Samuel. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
45-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
37's the Mike 37. You.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard
line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan. And they're to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
Boy, did they ever. And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Stephon Gilmore.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And this is going to be in trouble. The ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
Jason Sanders.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And does Washington have it? They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Williams. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On the ground, this is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Santos with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Dalvin Tomlinson, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Here we go.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Check. Back 55.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now here's a throw that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll set up a throw. Got a man. It's Tanyan, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Second and 11 now.
Here we go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 2nd and 11. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
But it brings
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
27, Mike 27. Watch the run.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
6 man.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
Jamal Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
makes the
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it.
And now look at him go. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28. Washington 14. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check, Mike, 50, 70 range, 70 range. Go. Here we go.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Let's make these babies.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
By Washington.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Washington.
Run the set. Mike 27, Mike 27. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Watch left. He's tired there. Smash. Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
The ball carrier.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
2 yards on
As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
54.
he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Tonyan as the first half is winding down.
And Washington has made this a one-score game.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
He's going to launch this thing. Wait, it got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Jay Chark, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 26-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
A gain of 9 yards.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That good for 19 and a 1st down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
It's now
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
Washington.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DJ Shark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Extra point.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime. Yep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They run it again with Williams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35.
35-35. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Set to return it. Here's Turner. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense.
35-yard line.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He'll look to throw. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to. Williams loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Washington going to send out their punter,
as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Sharp's got it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
Let's go, D.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Right there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll air this one deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Washington 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up second down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Mike, 58, right there. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting set.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Makes the score Seahawks 49. Washington.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Williams.
4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Finding Williams once more, complete. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it.
There he goes. Now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike, 5-5.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Robert Tonyan.
Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Xavier McKinney able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the counter, it's Taylor. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
46-yard line.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35.
Tonight's final score, Seahawks.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
play.